Hey, this establishing shot is really cool and really is an awesome callback, but if you're watching this for the first time or even the second time, doesn't really make sense. And it's probably going to be missed by most people because it just kind of blends into the next scene.
See-through princess! The sun has set!
Quit stalling! Begin the retelling!
Right.
The sun actually hasn't set yet. It's still up. Like, you can see it. You painted this background. This was a conscious choice by the directors to include both this line and the fact that we get to see the sun.
Okay, lights. Back in the old days, the wasteland desert was struck with a bolt of magic lightning.
So why is the princess specifically giving this story? I guess it makes sense in some sense, but the story is like 5 seconds and you're gathering everyone from the town on top of a precarious cliff in order to do this. I mean, you're all made out of glass, so one thinks that like avoiding high places would probably be the best decision.
Yes, brave Saint Marcaline came to our aid. With her silver shovel and a holy song, she cast Larvo back into the depths of the pit.
It's actually a really cool story element that a lot of facts about her song and her appearance were changed, except for the fact that they were able to keep things consistent, like what she looked like, her hair color, her skin color, down to the fact that her hair has an undercut. But they weren't able to get any facts right about her base, not even the color. So let's ignore the fact that this key is glass and probably would break under any form of tension. Why is the gate used to keep apparently their most dangerous creature just unguarded? I get that it's been years and it hasn't made a sound, but you still think that it's in there and still a threat. So much so that when someone brings up the possibility of it being dead, you all laugh at him. So that being said, why aren't there at least some guards stationed here? You station guards on the outside and throughout the town, but your most hated enemy and dangerous enemy you leave completely unguarded except for one key, which apparently wasn't that heavily guarded, seeing as a small boy was able to steal your key.
It's working. My life is turning around.
I know, it's magic, but I'm pretty sure just melting glass won't fix the crack. You need some sort of expert glass worker to do anything that would actually heal you.
Just gonna fix my crack and get cracking. Ha, ha.
And for some reason, him just being there woke up the creature, but it hasn't woken up in all these other years despite people literally singing and screaming outside his door. This wakes him up, probably because of plot convenience.
Sorry, did I embarrass you? It's just so easy to do. Come on, it's pretty hilarious when you run away.
The Great Guards, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe it wouldn't have mattered if they were stationed outside the door. In fact, this entire kingdom is so incompetent, I'm pretty sure they could literally be stationed right there and probably would have let Glass Boy right in.
Glass Boy knows more about her than anyone.
Glass Boy is a fool.
He'll take one step outside and get his gross crack stuck in his own foot.
Why are they against the idea of the prisoner being killed or getting help? Either scenario, you win. Either they die or they do somehow manage to luck their way into getting help and you're saved. And you can still punish him afterwards if you want to.
Pretty whatever. I don't know.
I rarely see you this focused.
Thanks, Peebs.
While this bass is super smooth and I enjoy every single time she plays it, it does kind of annoy me that she never uses an amp. And I get it. I'm complaining about a bass being played without an amp in a world where she's an immortal vampire who's dating and boinking a literal piece of gum. That being said though, they put the amps in this shot and still didn't use them. Almost as if to say, yes, we know they exist, yes, we know she should be using them, and yes, we don't care. This vampire also has a lot of cross and Jesus-like imagery for someone who's literally the opposite of anything that would be God-fearing.
You're so in the zone.
I guess I have been going for a new sound this time.
A vampire blushing, despite not having a heart, or heartbeat, or blood flow, or being alive. So how far was the Glass Kingdom? Because I'm pretty sure if he's just walking, they should all be dead by now. This should be like weeks and weeks of walking. He also somehow got here without managing to get another new crag.
Queen, through the candy you must go to the place where grass doth grow.
There's grass here. In fact, one would think going to the Candy Kingdom would entail less grass, because candy and grass, oddly enough, don't seem to mix. If you paint your entire lawn with candy, I'm pretty sure you would watch it die pretty fast.
Seriously? Fine, we're done.
I don't know.
Yeah, we're sorry about your kingdom, kid, but we know other heroes who could help.
All it takes to open up emotional baggage is to say please. If he falls, I don't think any amount of duct tape and bubble wrap is gonna save this guy. I'm pretty sure he's shattered like a gem.
A silver tree. Perfect.
Now what?
Above that tree, draw a panda with a hat.
That's silly. I want to draw a walrus in an overcoat.
No. The panda is very important.
Okay, Mommy.
This scene is actually really amazing and I super enjoy it. I'm not sure if this is Marcy's birth mother or just another parental figure in her life, but you don't learn till later that why she's having her draw these things is because she's making her make a landmark map so that she can follow it when she inevitably dies from whatever nondescript sickness that she has. Most likely the sickness that all parents and all shows have, where they just mysteriously die, leaving the protagonist with a lot of emo baggage. But as good as this scene is, how does she know any of these landmarks are still there? I mean, this place was literally glassed, so most of these structures are probably gone. Not only that, but you're hoping that a group of scientists simply takes care of your immortal vampire queen instead of dissecting her, which they most likely did. In this world, science definitely ran amok, and to think that you're gonna throw something like immortality at them and they're not going to really try to dissect her is probably a stretch.
Hey, why are we going this way?
Because it's the fastest route. Why do you ask?
Nothing. It's just... I used to live around here.
What? Really? When was this?
The place she grew up in. And that's the most emotional baggage, is right next to the Glass Kingdom. Of course it is, because plot convenience.
How you doing back there, Glass Boy? This is all gonna go great.
Another amazing piece of subtle foreshadowing. This isn't just some ego. It's actually integral to at least moving along the plot, or even serves as a major plot device. Also, who lives on these mountains? Because Jesus Christ, what a pain it would be to have to commute by rock climbing each time you want to leave your house or go to it. I really would not enjoy this. There doesn't even seem to be places where you could put your feet. They didn't even draw ladders or a rope or something. It looks like these glass people just have to climb down this rock face. No wonder they all have cracks.
Wow! It's just as beautiful as I remember it. The great ceremonial glass doorbell. I love ceremony.
Apparently even the boots were ripped away.
First, approach the bell quietly and give it a single strike.
A giant glass bell. I foresee nothing going wrong with this.
First, approach the bell quietly and give it a single strike. And now for the best part, the welcome bowl.
Glass bowl of sand. Because, well, why not? Not sure why eating sand is a high honor, but apparently it is.
Now,
Wow! Vandals! When the other sharks get here, they're gonna...
Somehow, the bubble wrap is back on him and taped up. Not sure how they did that or why they were carrying tape, but hey, there it is.
Glass boy!
Wait, I was being haughty.
It's wonderful to formally meet you, Your Majesty. STP!
Bubblegum gets cucked for attention this whole time, and I'm not okay with that.
It's Marcaline! The real Marcaline!
This could be any run-of-the-mill cave hag. Why should we believe you even?
Why would you call her a cave hag? She has pointy ears, pointy teeth, and dark skin. Like, she's clearly, at least if you don't recognize her as a vampire demon, but she also looks exactly like your god, so I'm not sure why you shun her so quickly.
Marcy! They're jelly beans. It's not gross.
Even if it's just candy, that's still super gross.
Sound waves. Hey, Marceline! Turn up the reverb!
Yep, this just turned into Spider-Man 3. You thought you were watching Adventure Time? No, Pizza Time.
Oh yeah! Redemption for Glass Boy!
Carrying the motorcycle, because just walking it up there on its wheels would make too much sense. And as we've shown, these people are dumb.
Cleansing spray?
Aw, you got sprayed. That's a pretty high honor.
Whoa, wait, did you want to be sprayed too?
Cue the fan art of Marceline spraying her. Somehow, this giant monster hasn't been able to break down this door despite the fact that it broke through solid fucking rock.
That you're kind of a dictator in a way. You're to blame. You're a constant source of misery.
The strap is constantly disappearing and reappearing. Honestly, if I was to be critical, there would be multiple sins about that. But it's probably the most inconsistent thing about this story, and I don't feel like counting every single time it disappears. So here's just one overarching sin for every single time it disappears, reappears, and comes back again.
You're self-obsessed and all the rest, and PB, I'm so over it. I'm so glad that I woke up.
For some reason, she breaks the barrier before even knowing that her song is working, which we also know now it doesn't work. That being said though, this doesn't make sense that it doesn't work. Why are the things that he bursts super susceptible to sound, but we don't really see that sound affects him at all? In fact, he enjoys and vibes with the ending song.
Of course, it's not even subtle. Why didn't it work?
Holy shit! Not only is that pretty fucking brutal, but this would have to be super hot to just melt them instantly. Like, this is like old school YouTube 1000-degree knife hot.
What?
Scurry!
The Morrow was following us with that the whole time?
We saw him flying, but we never saw him carrying these.
That's it! That's the hat panda! Look, Mom!
You're a regular cartographer, Marcy. We'll be at the secret clubhouse party in no time.
Wait, I thought the map was so that she could have her own way to get there. I'm surprised to see the mother still with them. But this also does just strengthen my case. You're relying on things like a tower still being here after the place got glassed.
Something that starts with an S.
Huh. Is it that scorpion?
The cool S.
No!
Is it that skeleton under the scorpion?
The skeleton with the cool S.
Ooh, I see something that starts with a P! Puppy! This puppy's funny looking. What's up?
So was the puppy fine as long as it didn't have that extra eye? Or was it because it used an outdated joke that it became a threat?
You're so competent. Yeah, I'm a pretty good stabber.
Being a good stabber probably isn't a good thing, despite it having good in its name.
Giant baster seems excessive.
Check, check.
Is this what passes for music in Cotton Candyland or whatever?
Not sure where she got all this equipment since the bird was only carrying 2 things, and even then we didn't even see him carrying those 2 things. This just seems to be magically here. And if you're gonna say that she got it from the city, then it should probably be glass themed.
Just need a sec.
Yo, peeps, listen to this.
No matter how smooth the bass playing, it's still gonna be annoying when it's right in your ear.
I honestly can't focus with you here acting like monster trash.
Pretty harsh and probably a slur in this world where there's literal monster people.
Be late for the party. Follow the map.
But I want to stay with you.
Marcaline, I don't have time for you right now.
Hello? I see you. Party!
Now that's some real emotional scarring.
What's with the touchy-feely inspirational jazz?
Can it? I'm over you thimbleheads always chipping my cups.
Oddly sexual.
She saw what I did to the mean dog. Then she found a scooter, and that was her ticket out of town. You scare everybody away, Marcaline, just like your dad.
And yes, even more emotional scarring. You thought you were watching an upbeat show? No, get ready for a feels fest.
This thing always got on my nerves.
One new message. Marcaline, you're there, aren't you?
Brave girl. I'm sorry I had to trick you.
Not sure how the phone works with all the lines down, and I'm pretty sure most satellites aren't working. And also, does this base just have a public-facing number that would allow you to just call it? Also, why is the thing to get the call so high up? Wouldn't it be at the main control station? Unless other people can fly, it doesn't really make a lot of sense.
Through, I see right through you. And someday everyone else will too.
This is some really dynamic cardboard. Why spend $1,500 on a guitar when you can just tape some string to a cereal box with a paper towel roll?
Oh, well, when we get back, maybe I can show you all my fave manga.
The creators are really wearing their anime inspiration on their sleeves here. I mean, they're not even hiding it. They're not making it subtle. He's just really saying manga here. And this isn't even the first anime reference. How did you not hear the giant monster coming or it destroying your bike?
He got really big.
One of many anime expressions that look really off motto and take you out of kind of the moment. And look, I love anime as much as the next week, but come on, this does feel a little bit out of place, right?
I did it! All that root beer came from my body!
I don't even know what to say to that, honestly. See, here it is again.
Then your new song must be extra angry and sad.
No, it feels more like a wave of acceptance has washed over me.
That's actually even more depressing. This sounds like you've accepted that life will always be shitty. It's like someone who's finally hit fucking 30 and died inside.
This thing really hates me.
Is there a reason why it hates him so much? He wasn't around when he originally got imprisoned. He didn't really poke or make fun of him. He was literally just there to fix his own issue. So why does this lizard, dragon, bird, fucking creature thing hate him?
In there forever.
No! Someone turned my force field on full blast!
I think someone broke this.
even know how to turn it on full blast. Isn't this some sort of piece of sophisticated scientific equipment?
I know we'll never grow together.
Again, this is the most dynamic guitar I've ever seen. You'll never grow old because she's gum and you're a vampire.
Always felt like a monster, long before I was big, but only seen as a monster.
And this song, for just some reason, really hits home with the monsters solving all their problems, because the writers wrote themselves into a corner where this monster couldn't be beat by physical means, couldn't be beat by other means, and so they have to have some sort of way to have this conflict resolved. So I guess, why not? It just becomes a happy butterfly that's super happy because it relates to Marcaline's song, despite not having someone like Marcaline does with bubblegum, and it just flies off. Even the black goo apparently turns into a happy butterfly thing for some reason. Whoa, who would have guessed that a bunch of glass people have cracks? Especially when they make them climb up giant steep mountains and also do rock climbing in order to get to their homes.
Sandy, what's this?
It's nothing.
You have one too.
Frosty jerk.
I mean, it feels rather obvious they all have cracks, seeing as how they were wearing bandages over their clothes. Kind of seems like a pretty big tale in this world.
Hey, PB. Y'all got monster trubs?
Yep, here's Finn. We know you probably wanted to see him at least a little bit here, but you only get like 3 seconds. Enjoy.